This will either be an epic fail or this will work out okay. One of the two.
I once was lost, oh, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Welcome to Built on Faith Homestead. Today I'm going to show you our 99.9% finished redneck chicken coop on wheels, and I'm going to set up the poultry netting. It's my first time ever doing this kind of stuff with the poultry netting, and so I thought I'd bring you guys along, let you see my first time ever setting this stuff up, and we'll see how that goes. We'll have to run the chickens out of the coop and run that they're in, get everything set up. They're squawking because they're all hungry. I ain't fed them today for this reason. I want them to want to come out of the coop and run area. So I'll show you guys the coop real quick and kind of what we did and how we finished it up. And then why I did some of the things that I've done, some other things I'm going to do to it, and we'll go from there. So here it is. There's the stand on the front of the coop. I cut them down to a point. See if we can get it here. If you can see it. So it would help grab the ground whenever I set it down. That metal bar is my handle. It's what I use to pick up the front of the coop. Here's the back of the coop. Here are the 20-inch wheels that I ordered for it. This bar axle that I've got it on, I know the tires are set out like a diesel truck with big wide mirrors, and I get that. But I wanted this thing to have as wide a base as I can get by with because of the wind up here. It gets really windy, and so I didn't want the coop to flip over, so the wider the base, the better. Now, as you can tell, that tire's got a little bit of play in it. That axle that I got is just a shade small, but it was the only thing that I could find at Lowe's that would fit inside that hole, and was still made of metal and fairly somewhat stout. But as you can tell, there is a little bit of give in that axle. Not a bunch, but a little bit. And so I strapped it to the bottom of that chicken coop with that metal strapping the best that I could to help give it some support. This is our latch system to get into our nesting box. Close that up. All right, good to go there. And of course, this is the front of the coop. The door acts like the ramp for the chickens to go into. And we'll put that poultry netting. My plan right now is to put the poultry netting in such a way that when I run them out, they run into the poultry netted area. And then I'll close them off is kind of my plan. We'll see if it works or not. The only other things I'm going to do to this chicken coop is I'm going to take my PVC feeder, gravity feeders. I'm going to mount them, mount one of them at least, maybe two of them, one on each side maybe, to this coop on both sides, so that that's taken care of, so the feed, or the feeders at least, are attached to this coop. And then I would also like to find a way to mount my bucket up here that I'm going to fill with water to water them. I've got some ideas on how to do that as well. In fact, probably what I'll do now that I'm thinking about it while I'm talking, I'll probably put the water on one side, and I'll probably set it up here on this brace, and I might use that metal strapping to strap it to the coop itself, so it won't go anywhere. And then on the other side, maybe I'll do the feeder, and I'll show you guys all of that after I get it set up. It won't be today necessarily. The feeder will get set up today. I'll just use the waters they've got right now. But this is the coop setup. We'll show you the poultry netting. I'm not sponsored in any way by Premier One, but I got the Premier One poultry netting. I got the solar charger. It's been sitting in the sun since yesterday, hopefully charging. And so I'm gonna set this stuff up. This chicken coop, I moved it up here yesterday. It's fairly easy to move. In fact, I think I'll set the camera up in such a way you can see how I pick it up and stuff and how easy it actually is. Hopefully that camera will stay there. You guys don't go nowhere, okay? I'll show you guys real quick. So you just get a hold of the bar, you pick it up, And then you can roll this, well, with the door up, you can roll this thing around just wherever you need to. It's not bad. I rolled it approximately probably, I don't know, 50 yards yesterday, and it wasn't bad at all. So my plan is, this grass is pretty tall. I'm gonna set the poultry netting up to kind of get an idea where my boundary is gonna be. I'll mow a strip so that poultry netting doesn't have to fight this tall grass. I'll mow one strip around where the poultry netting is gonna go, and then we'll set the netting up. Hopefully it goes as smooth as I think it will. We'll catch up to you guys in just a bit. All right, so I'll show you what I've done is I've just kind of laid out a rough idea, kind of a circle of where this netting is going to land so that I can mow a few strips to give myself plenty of room to make sure it's making good contact and all those kinds of things and not fighting a bunch of weeds. The first time I set it up, this will be the first time these chickens have ever been around electric netting. And so I want them, this is gonna sound cruel, but if they come up against the net, I want them to get shocked, and I don't want any weak spots in it. And so I kind of got a rough idea now where it's gonna lay. And so what I'll do is I'll get it out of the way, and I'll come up here with the lawnmower and I'll mow a few strips around to give myself some room, and then we'll go from there. Show you what we kind of done here. We've come around the coops here with the poultry netting, all out through here, and there's a gap here, but I can make it up with the door. My plan is to run the chickens out of their current area, and then after they're ran out, to close these nets down where the net makes a full circle, and then we will attach the solar power electric side of this. As you can notice, it's not just a giant circle. I didn't want a giant circle. I want to be able to take them in a very specific area, and I want to be able to have them clear that area down as far as I want them to. So even if that just means, you know, maybe 2 days in a spot, that's fine with me. We'll continue moving them. Now, it is the fall time, and it may be kind of the wrong time, I guess you could say, to get this set up just this way. But it'll start getting them used to it, and this winter I may set it up and leave it up for the most part, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This is kind of what we're looking at, and once again, this is for a purpose, right? I can take this portable coop and this portable netting, and I can put this over in the garden area and let them work it over. I can put it over in some areas that's grown up and let them work that over. I can keep them on fresh grass and bugs and seeds and all that stuff, get them real deep yellow yolks and save on a lot of feed, and also keep them out of my garden, keep them from eating tomatoes and those kinds of things. So that is kind of the reason why we have done this route, or tried this route. And so that's kind of the point behind what we're doing. So let's go on in here, run the chickens out. These guys I won't have to run out. I'll just open the door. They'll happily come out. And we'll kind of get this going here. Now these guys have never been out, so they may be a little more gun shy, I don't know. We'll see if we can get everybody kind of run out of here and into this circle. Hopefully they don't go over the netting right away, because I don't have the electric set up to it right now. This will either be an epic fail or this will work out okay, one of the two. Go ahead, guys, check it out. Please don't press the netting too hard. These guys are gonna need some encouragement, I got a feeling, to come on out of here. See if I can somehow prop this door open. There we go. Let's see if we can encourage these birds to come out. If I can get out of my own circle I've set here. We'll try it the extremely easy way first, and if that don't work, we'll get a little more forceful by going the other way. right. Well, as it's funny, I've never let these guys out. So they come right to the door and they stop. Because they're not sure what else to do. That cracks me up. Go and eat the grass, man. Be free. Now, introducing these two chickens, different little flocks together. There one goes. They have been next to one another their whole lives, but there'll definitely have to be some pecking order that gets taken place here, and we'll just kind of have to let that be what it'll be. If a person wanted to do something very similar to this, and they already had a stationary coop, you could build these runs with this electric netting in such a way where it just angles off differently, right? So say it comes hard this way and then comes back, almost work it around like half of a clock, right, around your coop. If you want to do something similar to this without building a mobile coop, one certainly could do those things. Yeah, they're starting to make their way out a little bit, out and about. See if there's any hiding in here. There's a few of them hiding in here. Go on. Say what's up, Mr. Chicken. Go on. We'll give everybody just a bit. Maybe we'll go on and get some water. See if that'll get them used to it as they begin to check everything out. Let's go get some water. So here it is, finished up. Got all the netting up, got it on, got it all hooked up. Already talked with Luella about not touching it, huh, babe? That's right, don't touch it. Luella told me that they've already laid an egg underneath the coop. They haven't quite figured out their new coop yet, but they will as time goes on here. Had to have some help getting the chickens, all of them in here. But they did make their way in here. Had to catch a few wayward ones. Still got one out, but my plan is to leave all this up and to leave these doors open on their old coops in case they do get out. Hopefully, prayerfully, they'll just go in there. We'll get them caught, put them back in here, and they'll learn over the next couple days this is their new home. That chicken got stuck in the tire, didn't he? But anyhow, here it is. We've seen them all. We've seen several of them get shocked now. They just kind of squawk real loud and run off. And so they're figuring out their new pecking order between all of them, and they'll get it sorted and figured out. But here's our new setup. We really like it. You better watch out. You're going too close to that fence. We really like it. In our head, this should work fantastic. But if it doesn't, you guys will learn with us. We appreciate you guys watching our hillbilly version of a mobile chicken coop with an electric poultry netting run. Stay tuned. We're gonna do some videos. I'm gonna change up the feed as well, and I'll show you guys that in a different video. And I'll show you some waterers that we're going to build and those kinds of things. So keep a lookout for those videos. Comment down below if you like the idea of mobile chickens, or if you like the idea of keeping them in one place all the time. You'll catch no scrutiny from me. You raise chickens how you want to, and we'll raise them how we want to, and everything will be all right. But do comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts are on mobile chickens or stationary chickens. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next time.